frankly, in our view, was a bad offer made in bad faith. We've been negotiating with CN for some time on the reopening of their bridge, and I have to stress, once again, I probably stressed this 100 times since this fire, this bridge is owned by CN. We have a 1906 agreement that in our mind says that they have to maintain that bridge in perpetuity. To us, that means forever. To our legal team, that means forever. That bridge is standing. The issue of safety is tantamount paramount in this. We've had traffic diverted over Highway 61. There's been numerous accidents. It's been unsafe for travel. I have to say that we have 12 to 15,000 vehicles while that bridge was operational crossing that bridge daily, 12 to 15,000. So this has a great impact on not only our community, but the community of Fort William First Nation. The latest offer was a final offer, and it was a final solution by CN to have one-way traffic going down the portion where the train travels. On a safety issue, as a former police officer, if you can imagine vehicles at peak times, hundreds, possibly 1,000 vehicles backed up, waiting for a train, that's just a recipe for disaster. That in itself was a poison pill, but the biggest poison pill, I think, in this whole deal was CN wanted us to relinquish Fort William First Nation's right for any land title agreements that they're negotiating presently or in the future. We certainly couldn't do that. That was a poison pill. That's something that I, as the mayor and our city council, and Councillor Bert Ramos here from Intergovernmental Affairs in 2011, we signed a historic declaration of commitment with Fort William First Nation to work together on issues, not to work apart on issues. And we might as well have torn that agreement up if we agreed to that. That's something we couldn't agree to anyhow, even if we didn't have that agreement in place. We're not in a position as a city to dictate what Fort William First Nation does in their community or on their lands. So subject to that, we rejected it unanimously last night. And council is, when you have a unanimous vote, it just, we are unanimous that CN needs to step up to the plate, be a responsible corporate citizen, fix that bridge. The message has been sent on behalf of the community to CN. Fix the bridge. Having said that, we are turning this over to our legal department. We probably won't be able to talk to you very much in the future on this issue now because it is a legal matter. So I'm going to turn it over to Chief Marshall.
Thank you. Welcome everybody, and thank you for being here today. Fort William First Nation, as it stands, does support the rejection of the most recent offer from CN. We understand that the city has their reasons within their offer, and we can appreciate that. But the biggest issue is going back to the land and title piece, where CN has essentially now, in a very threatening manner, requesting that the First Nation relinquish any historical, future, and current title claims or of compensation against CN now and in the future. So we're not prepared to do that. We would never expect our First Nation members of Fort William First Nation to be able to do that or to agree to such terms. CN has taken bully tactics over the last year and a half since this bridge was burned, and quite frankly, the First Nation is now at their official wits' ends with working. In the early onset, we tried to work diplomatically and negotiate diplomatically with CN, including the city, during those discussions. Secondly, it was our effort of going to the region and getting that $1 million to come back and put towards that bridge. Because of us, we got that money to put forward and wanted to be able to come up with a better solution. Most recently, Fort William First Nation requested mediation. We said, if there's some way we can still come to a solution, let us do it through mediation. However, CN to this day has still again called off the mediation and are not interested in doing that. So at this time, the First Nation is now putting their hands back. We're stepping back. We're allowing the city and the CN to follow through with the next steps that they're going to follow through with. And in the meantime, Fort William First Nation will again support those efforts, but we will also now look towards options of a new bridge. And we will continue on that path because CN has operated in such ill faith and are not good corporate citizens in our opinion, and we will not be bullied by them anymore.
So I'd just like to read one more thing, and this is from the 1906 agreement. And it's paragraph 5. The company, which is Grand Trunk Railroad at that time, which was taken over by CN. The company will maintain the bridge in perpetuity without cost to the town being Fort William, now Thunder Bay, except the cost and maintenance of streetcar rails and trolley wires, which will be furnished by the town or electric railway company using the bridge, and that the space allowed for town traffic on each side of the bridge be sufficient to accommodate street, car, vehicular traffic, and separate passage for foot passengers. In paragraph 6, a municipal corporation, that being Fort William, now Thunder Bay, will pay to the company the sum of $50,000 when the bridge is completed. So the payment was made in full, and we maintain that CN has a duty to keep that bridge in good repair in perpetuity. So subject to that, any questions? Do you want to scrum or the usual?